Good morning. So I have my glasses on this morning. And I'm Mariah, and I am unpacking disability and talking about how disability has shaped my life and shaped by disability. And this is in honor of this month being Disability Pride Month, and also the 30th anniversary of the ADA is coming up. And this is inspired by a hashtag created by Pauline from One Leg Up Productions, and it is shaped by disability. So the first day I was talking about what my disabilities specifically are. I am deaf, I have traumatic brain injury, and I have chronic post-traumatic stress disorder. Yesterday I was talking about how disability is it's like a platform upon which I experience my life. It is the lens through which I view and experience the world. But I really think of it primarily as this platform. And I was also talking about the intersections and the layers that make up this. So one of those, which I was talking about yesterday, was my race, the fact that I'm white and I was brought up outside the United States. That's a big part of who I am, and it also contributes to that experience. Another factor that is pretty big is religion in my family, because I was brought up to believe that disability is something that I should overcome, something that that is part of that overall belief that God gives us tests, and that we use those tests to strengthen ourselves and to become stronger and so forth. So what happened was, I was growing up, and one thing after another was happening to me. Part of it was disability, part of it was just trauma in various aspects of life. And in all of this, I was thinking, I have to overcome it, I have to overcome it, I have to overcome it. And I was trying so hard to overcome, and trying so hard to overcome things that were intrinsic parts of who I am. So TBI is not an intrinsic part of who I am, in that I wasn't born with it, but I acquired it. And once I acquired it, it was definitely a part of me. And it's the same thing for being deaf. It's just, once it started, I started losing my hearing, then it's part of me. I mean, I can't suddenly become hearing again. I wear hearing aids, I do what I can to figure stuff out, but I'm not hearing. And it's also the same thing with the scars on my face when they were bright blood red, or my thick glasses. I mean, these are things that I cannot overcome. And what happened was, growing up, when I was striving to overcome these, I got to the point where I didn't want to live anymore, because it was just it was futile. There was no way I could change everything that I was or am. I couldn't change intrinsic parts of me. It was like I was an elephant, and I'm wandering around in the jungle with a bunch of rhinos, and I'm trying to cut off my own trunk, because my trunk doesn't fit in, and all these other rhinos, they don't have trunks, they don't have this, they have these little horn things, and I didn't have a horn thing, I just have this trunk. And so that's what it was like. So I went through this period in my 20s where I was engaged in very active, consistent, constant self-harm. I mean, it was well into my 30s, actually. I was a cutter, That means, I used to cut myself. I was anorexic, I was bulimic, extremely, I was engaged in very harmful, dangerous things. Promiscuity. I mean, you name it. And the root of all of that was I did not want to be alive because I could not figure out how to overcome my disabilities. I could not figure out how to change these intrinsic parts of who I was. I was an elephant in a forest of rhinos. And I didn't want to do it anymore. It was too painful. It made me feel like too much of a failure. That I was just a wreck. On that bright note, I'll leave you and I'll continue this story tomorrow. And also, I just wanted to make a note. I'm not doing this on the Instagram live because I can't do the caption thing. So I'm just going to do this, upload it to YouTube, and then download it and then upload it. Blah. So that's it. Love you.